Welcome to Shepherd's Digest. This is the Daily Edition. I'm Pastor Terry from River City Hope Church in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're beginning a new series called The Full Armor of God from the New Testament book of Ephesians, chapter 6. Now in Ephesians chapter 6, starting in verse 10, we read, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." We've got to put on the whole armor of God, and not just a few pieces that feel more comfortable than others. You remember in Greek mythology, the Greek god Achilles? Achilles was invulnerable in all of his body except for his heel, and he died because of a small wound to his heel, the only unprotected part of his body. Now we can't do the same and leave ourselves unprotected, so we have to remember to put on the full armor of God. If you leave out one piece of armor, it can be disastrous. We can't pick and choose because missing one piece will leave a weak spot in our defense, and Satan will pick on that and attack us. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, authorities, powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armor of God, so that when, not if, but when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you've done everything, stand." You see, this is not a typical battle. It's a spiritual battle, and we have to use spiritual weapons that God has given to us. It's not a battle of our strength, otherwise we'd all be down at the gym pumping iron, right? Working out on the treadmill, getting in shape. But our strength comes from God as He sends Holy Spirit to empower us. Verse 10 tells us to be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Again, it's not our power, it's God's. And just as there are essential parts of our clothing that we put on every day, as we get dressed every day, we need to put on our spiritual armor so that we can withstand the attacks that'll come. After all, isn't it better to be prepared in advance than to realize after the fact that you've been attacked and wished you'd have done more to protect yourself? Now in our next episode, we'll go through some of the armor that God provides for our daily protection. Now, if you'd like to watch the full message of the full armor of God, you can view it on our church website, hope4rivercity.com. That's hope, the number 4, rivercity.com, and on the videos page at shepherdsdigest.com. And as always, you can subscribe to the audio podcast of Shepherd's Digest at the website there and search for it by name wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Pastor Terry Wright from River City Hope Church in Louisville, Kentucky, encouraging you to get a Bible. Check out Ephesians chapter 6. Do it right now. Check out the armor that we need every day and then put it on. God bless you. I'll see you soon.